All right guys, trailer basics step 2. Now we're going to focus on mainly a fifth wheel, but I'm going to cover a few of the nuances when it comes to conventional towing, okay? Once we get everything ready to get hooked up and we get this bad boy hooked up, don't forget on your fifth wheel, your emergency trailer brake. This right here, if this is ripped out of that little plastic receiver, this is going to turn on the electric brakes, basically an emergency brake for the trailer. Don't forget to make sure that that's free and clear from anything that will get obstructed while it's turning. Usually they make that pretty long, so it's okay. Make sure you do plug in your lights down there, the 7-pin or 4-pin, and then also make sure you put your safety pin so this handle can't come out. All of them are going to have some type of safety pin, whether you have one of those slam type latch hookups or not. We've got the tonneau folded up. We're going to make sure that there's plenty of pivot room, and there's plenty, I know it will work just fine. And then we come around the back here and we make sure that those little locking jaws down there in the center of that hitch, you can see that white Teflon plate between the black hitch and the hitch itself, those are clamped shut. That's what I love about this hitch, is you can tell it's shut when those are done and the handle's back. Now, if we were conventional towing, we'd have the ball here, we'd have the trailer sitting on top of the ball, and we'd make sure that the locking mechanism for the hitch itself is latched, and you must have a safety pin in there. Now, depending on the weight of that trailer, it could have its own brake cable that you'll hook up to here and its own safety change. And then we have our 7-pin here and a 4-pin flat. So smaller 10 trailers are going to have probably the 4-pin flat, a 2-inch ball, and as bigger you go up, you'll go up to a 2 5/16. Okay? We're going to make sure we have our landing gear up, stowed away correctly, and then we do a quick walk around, make sure all of our cupboards are latched. Nothing more frustrating than getting halfway down the road and finding out that the thing is flapping open, and heaven forbid something happens, it gets damaged. So if you have a lock, it's best to just go ahead and lock it while you're traveling. Then it's secure. In addition to that, if you went through and locked it, then you know that it's already shut. We're going to check all of our lights, including our license plate light. That's a lawful thing. And on these lights, just make sure everything is functioning correctly. If you watch my other video, guys, you know that this little old trailer is just super cool. Not everybody's cup of tea, but the fact it's in such good condition for its age is just so fun for us, because we own our little trailer outright and no more big payments. Check your tires, make sure that's good. And always, always, always make sure your door is locked. And if you have a deadbolt, lock that too. Make sure it's stowed away. If you have one of those handles that sticks out, you can lift it up and shove it towards your door. Make sure your steps are stowed. Your awning is stowed correctly. You're gonna walk along this side of the truck. And that's gonna be your walk around checklist. Now I'm gonna make a little template checklist, and I'm actually gonna give a little kudos to my mom and dad for this. My mom made a list of everything you check before you drive away. And this is gonna be free for all of you guys that are new to camping. Check your site, do everything like that. And we'll make sure that you have that. And then once you get good and comfortable with your unit, good to go. You probably don't need that list, but it's just good to keep it with you. Then when you upgrade to your new trailer, pull out the list again and go from there. So that is going to get you rolling on the trailer hookup. Now, if you have tow mirrors, you can choose to extend them or not. And then if you do have tow mirrors and you have lower spotter mirrors, the key to those is you want to be able to stand by the door itself and basically kind of see your reflection in the mirror. That's where my reference point is on setting these lower spotter mirrors. Some people like to have power for them. I don't know why, because once you set them, you basically forget them. And then if you want to extend them, and you should be good to go. Now, one of the nuances, you can go ahead and check the blinkers and the four-ways, but more than likely, as long as you have your taillights, you should be good. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that step. So that covers our RV basics too.